They steady wondering why we can never lose. So we go shy you tonight, catch you close. Mama call me and you balloon. They can't ever find another you. I go fall okay.
I know my mama pray for me. Pray for me. Look,
I know my mama
pray for me. Pray for me.
Jamaica wait for me.
Hey, what's up, people? This your boy Beats Exclusives back in the building on the Afrobeats Storyboard Exclusives, and I'm here to talk about Morayo Album by WizKid. And I need to say this now, even before I get into the video. Listen, I was going to mind my business, chuck it, and just enjoy the album by myself. But due to the amount of downplaying I have had some critics of this album, go on and on and on about this album, has made me come out to want to say something. And so this is my opinion of what I think of the album. You don't have to agree with me. We have different ears. We listen to different things in music, different types of songs. That's different things to the human body. And what this album is doing to me is what I'm about to share. So let's get into it now. Firstly, I have to say that if after 10 to 15 years of an artist being in the industry and developing up to this stage, and they release an album and you think they should go back and sound like how they came up in the game, they should go and sound like their old songs, then I think you are immune to progress. You are immune to development, and you don't deserve to hear anything new from any artist. Cause it's funny to me how I'm hearing a lot of people going on about, WizKid is not sounding like the old WizKid we know, and he's not putting in energy. And listen, he's not the same WizKid. The struggling WizKid that you had on See You in the Corner, Dondo, wearing Dolce & Gabbana. It's not the WizKid now we're hearing on Morayo. And so if you really want to listen to that WizKid, then go back and listen to the album. Go back and listen to the old album. But if you love progression and you like improvement, then this is the WizKid that we're all jamming to now. And so it's either you join the bandwagon or you just let him be. Because it's funny to me that an artist goes ahead to pour on an album that he's dedicated to his late mom, may her soul rest in peace. And the album is serving all types of music. It's like going to a restaurant and you have different options to pick from, and you want to be petty and you want to go on about, you want to be petty about, the first time you came to the restaurant, there's a food that you ate and, they don't have it on the menu anymore. And so, listen, if it's not for you, it's not for you. You can walk out. But for me, I'm happy for WizKid's progress. The type of collaborations on this album shows his maturity and where he's taken, his music and the whole agenda for Africa, and I think it's a very good look. WizKid is not your Chris Brown type of singer. He's not your Usher type of singer, but he is an Afrobeat singer. And, you don't expect him to have all the high pitches and all the, he can do it because, some of his earlier releases, we know the type of, vocal dexterity WizKid has. But I feel like where he is now, he's not trying to prove anything to anybody. And so he's just saying, listen, this is me, a dedication to my mom, and I'm serving you all types of sound. There's R&B on this one. There's danceable, there's popular Afrobeat style, on this, on this album. The only thing that's missing is some hardcore rap. But WizKid is not known for rapping hardcore, so we don't expect him to drop a Kendrick Lamar type of record on this album. But, for us, for the Afrobeat movement, and for us that really cherish and want to see, our sound enter places where, for so long we've been yearning for, I think this is one of the directions. Ashake has done it, Stonebwoy's album also has the same type of flavor. Rema's album and the Gen Z's is doing whatever it's going to do. Rema's album is just a different sound, still pushing the Afrobeats agenda, penetrating onto different markets that we didn't expect. When Rema released the album, everybody thought he was joking. And I mean, he also came out to say, listen, he's young and he's experimenting, and so we should allow him experiment. And so I feel like this is what we need to allow. We should allow our artists experiment and allow them to, you know, get into pockets that, you know, we least expect them to get into, you know. And that's why I think WizKid came out some time ago to say we should stop labeling him as an Afrobeat artist, because I think when we label them like that, it puts them in a box and it doesn't allow them to breathe and, you know, think outside the Afrobeat box. I mean, if it's R&B, if it's hip hop, if it's reggae, if it's dancehall, if it's Afrobeat, I mean, whatever it is, it's black origin music. And so it all comes down to, you know, Africa. You get what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm very excited for WizKid on this album. I have a few favorites. Pray For Me is one of them, which is number 16. Oh no, Pray, which is the last song on the album. And then I also like Troubled Mind, because I think that's the main song that that's the song that he's dedicating to his mom. And then, I mean, the rest of the songs are, you know, the usual WizKid lover boy vibe that we know, you know. I mean, it's difficult for me to understand anything else somebody is saying, because I mean, this type of music is going to break into the American, you know, market, because I mean, it has the sounds that America is used to, i.e., you know, a potential Grammy nomination, maybe, if he's interested, you know, on that tangent. I mean, our artists are just developing, they're growing, they are going into different places and different spots. I mean, I wish there's more African countries, you know, following suits like that. You get what I'm saying? Now, maybe there is, maybe I'm not, you know, I haven't heard, or I'm not listening that deep, you know, but I feel like, listen, we finally are here. We are here. The world is listening to us, and our artists are trying to, you know, diversify their catalogs and bring different flavors and, you know, different jams for different people across the world, you know. And so instead of us trying to tear them down and ask them to go back and be their old self, why can't we just embrace them for who they are now? Like, why is it so difficult for us to see people develop into different things that are like different elements of their self? It's terrible for me to see us criticize this album or any other album that has come out and the artist is just showing us a different face of their craft. I mean, it's really terrible for me. I can't understand why we seem to think like that. But anyway, it is what it is. You can't stop people from liking what they like. I just came out here to say, listen, nobody's touching WizKid. This album is going to do what it's meant to do. He's released it for the people that wants to hear it. Kese, is it Kese that's coming on now? No, Slow. All right. I mean, just listen to the instrumentation of the album. What do you mean? I mean, we've been yearning for our artists to, you know, develop sounds, you know, introduce new things into our music scene, and then finally they're doing it, and then we want to criticize it and make it look like it's a problem for them growing out of, you know, what we're used to. This is terrible for me. I can't understand why we think like this. But anyway, it is what it is. Everybody likes what they like. You cannot knock somebody for liking what they like. But I feel like we should allow our artists to grow. We should allow them to experiment. We should allow them to, you know, go into different pockets of music and just show the world that, listen, Africa is made of more than what you know us for. In the past, we've had artists gone out there to say things about Afrobeats that, you know, wasn't called for. But I mean, now we can tell the quality from the quantity, and you know, the forerunners of the whole movement are proving to the world that, listen, wherever you want to take this, we can match you boot for boot. Burna Boy's album did exceptional, and then even to top it all, you know, Davido is also releasing singles now, which is doing well. He has a new one with Nicki Minaj. You know, I mean, why are we not appreciating this? What else do we want them to do? I mean, tell me, if this is not what we want as an industry, to see growth and development in all sectors of the music world, what else do we want them to do? I mean, I can't. It's not adding up for me. Somebody should tell me, you know. But anyway, Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this Morayo album by WizKid. I mean, I think it's one of his best work. We should allow our artists develop and do things that they want to do, and, you know, invite markets that didn't think that our sound could sound like this, you know, into our industries, you know, because I mean, they're doing wild collaborations out there, and the more they do this type of collaborations, the more the other side of the world will be inclined to tune into what we're doing here, you know. So listen, it is what it is. Thank you for checking me out. Beat exclusives, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. That I'm on to the next, as always, and so on to the next. Bless.